Top of it, top of it. This video right here has to do with the modern man, well, the traditional man, and the role the traditional man has played in creating the modern woman as it relates to dating, mating, and marriage. And or because I haven't, I'm just an event or whatever the case may be, or the formation of the so-called modern woman. So I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but I'm gonna call it something. But let's get to it. Now, the modern woman. The reason why most modern men have a problem with the modern woman is basically two things. It's the independence / self-sufficiency, and they know their worth. So now you have a men complaining, those who champion, I say it again, Kevin Samuels, or whomever, or the manosphere, has a problem with the modern woman for that very thing. Self-sufficiency. And them being, and their sexual freedom. Now, I'm going to say this. A person deals with the decision that they make. So if a woman that you're not committed to decides to go out there and have sex with as many men as possible, that's her business. If she want to go have sex with another woman, that's her business. With two men, that's her business. And so what I'm finding out is that many men who complain about women taking them for resources, women being dinner whores, women, taking half of these half and just want money out of a man. But when it comes to the modern woman, she don't want you for your money. Now you need something to complain about. Now you're saying, well, they need to be cooperative and submissive. Well, as I pointed out, and this is the misconception of the quote unquote modern woman, is that she's not cooperative or submissive. Well, she's not going to admit to chaos. And she shouldn't cooperate with chaos. So chaos happens easy because there's no plan. We're just winging it. It's just day to day. You should submit to me because I have a penis, or you should submit to me. You should cooperate with me. Just for the sake of cooperation. No, if there's no goal, there's no mission, and due to the current economy, cooperating with you, yeah, she should cooperate. She should cooperate. But cooperate with what? You understand? So if there's nothing to cooperate with, what are you talking about? I heard a piece of Kevin Samuels live stream that was sent to me to one of my subscribers. Thank you guys. Thank you all for subscribing. About, can a modern woman stay in the background, be supportive, don't be all out front? And I'm thinking to myself, bro, you must don't know about the modern woman. Okay, you must don't know anything about the modern woman. The modern woman is characterized by her self-sufficiency and financial independence without being romantically involved with the man, her sexual freedom, and her self-sufficiency. You understand? So I don't, so the men have a problem with women who make their own money and really see value in themselves. Now I don't knock the modern woman. And fellas, I'm talking to y'all too. Do not knock the modern woman or women period who go to school and not necessarily look for a husband, but finish her education. And so if she finishes now, because the reason why she finished her education is because she don't want to be left out in the cold looking for a husband, don't find a husband, and don't get a degree either. Degree is like guns and insurance. You rather need them and not have it, and than have it. You rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And so the meantime, between time, while she don't have a man or why she's not married, she should be getting some education. So don't get upset because a woman goes to school and get her education, finish her education, and decides to earn a lot of money. Then here comes the husband. See, tradition. I told y'all in a previous video, go check it out. Traditional marriage is dead. Or my bad. Now it's endangered due to the economic climate. Because men don't like the fact that women now are going to school and finishing their education and getting hired and making something of themselves. But at the same time, these same men have always said there's no benefit to a man getting married. There's no benefit of it. So if men are preaching there is no benefit to getting married, and young women are taking this rhetoric that's being spewed, you know what I mean? Marriage could be, could not be, work for some and not work for others. But if the doctrine is there's no benefit for a man to be married, then what it will only make sense for a woman to focus on a vocation and making money before marriage and having kids. See, this black manosphere, AK / red pill, they teach guys this stuff. They teach guys, hey, ain't no benefit for a man getting married. Divorce laws and family laws, all that about getting married. Okay, we receive that. The men receive it and act accordingly. And guess what? The women hear it and act accordingly. And so you are upset that they taking the information that you put out there. Content creators been doing this for years. It all started with Tom Leykis. Tom Leykis in the early 2000s, late 90s, on radio in Los Angeles was spewing the same information now that the quote-unquote red pill community is spewing now. So if it's been going on since the turn of the century, there's no benefit for a man to be married. Don't date single mothers. What else is there? Don't date single mothers, and there's no benefit for a man to be married. Well, okay. Well, as a woman, you hear this because a man gonna say it. A man is going to repeat it. Okay, well, I need to go to school and get the best education I possibly can. And so what women are finding out is, okay, well, I can do what I want when I want. A man can't tell me nothing. I don't have to listen to a man. As of right now, I'm doing very well. When they say I got a PhD, yes, the reason why the woman says she has the PhD is because a man can't control her with the money. And understand something, ladies and gentlemen. These women, and okay, let me go back. Women have seen their mothers under the traditional institution of marriage get taken advantage of and treated less than. Men under the traditional roles of institution of marriage have seen men get taken to the cleaners by women who didn't mean them no good. Or, they meant them some good, but the relationship fizzled out, and the man got in financial ruins behind being married to a woman. And so men and women would have thought about it and said, wait a minute, there's no need for me. I'm not going to get married. Ladies, I don't want to get treated like that by a man. And the only reason why my mama took it is because my daddy or my grandfather were paying the bills. So I'm going to go to school, focus on school, forget marriage, and damn sure forget some kids. and I'm gonna take in my business. Now you have a but now again, Kevin Samuel show. Can the modern woman do this? Yeah, my mom can do what she want to do. But what's the benefit of doing it? Well, you don't want to have to pay no major bills while pregnant. Well, excuse me. Let me break something down. A woman and a man, in my humble opinion, should have some savings. Should have some savings. So before you have children, you should have a year salary saved up, or pay your bills a year in advance. So therefore, when it's time to have a child, because again, women want to be housewives until they're housewives, until they gotta take your BS, until you walk in the house every day, pull down your pants, and give them your behind a kiss, brother. That's not very beneficial to the woman. See? So with that being with that being said, back to the financials. You guys save up a year of salary together. Now guess what? By the time y'all conceive the child, the bills are already covered. The mortgage is covered. Automobiles are covered. Utilities are covered. Food are covered. All the bills are covered. Why? Because you plan for it. So, ladies, yeah, understand. Stack you some money. Like an old guy told me, hey man, it's good to get you a deep freezer because bad weather come. So you don't have any groceries stored up. By the time the storm hit, you're gonna starve to death. And so I would suggest to women, if you continue to do whatever you want to do with your life. Now you gotta upset the guys who are truly upset that you don't need them for survival. I would suggest to you, stack your money. Have your deep freezer. Learn how to cook. Buy your Instapot, air fryer. Learn how to throw something in the oven. Anything. Enough for you to survive. I make you some ramen noodles. Get those. Canned tuna. Get those. Learn how to survive so that way you can stack you some money. And so when a man comes, if he comes with some money, you come with some money. Well, y'all can, if you guys are on the same page, y'all can potentially build something. If that's what you want to do. But what I'm seeing is guys is, women call themselves divas and bosses and this, that, and other. And I'm like, good. Your boss good. I like that. Good. Yeah. Okay, good. That dig that. You make this amount. Okay. Great, man. Congratulations. I like that. But I ain't gonna tell you what else I'm gonna say, not for free. It's a way to be with. There's a way to be with a woman who makes more than you, or make a lot of money, have more education credentials than you, than a man. Ladies, again, you know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you this. Continue to do what you're doing. freedom costs. As long as you're willing to pay the cost for freedom, you'll always have it. As long as you're willing to pay the cost. And so, if that means never being married, that means never been married. Does that mean never having kids? And you know what I mean? You make enough money. I think you guys have a contingency plan for that. So you don't need a high earner for kids. I know a lot of guys, I know a lot of men out there, you know what I mean, who doing real bad, and their baby mama's doing way better than them. These guys homeless, and and they baby mama living in 5,000 square foot homes. So, with that being said, you know what I mean, and also, I'm gonna say this: the modern man and the modern woman share one characteristic, and that's selfishness. We're in the era of self care. So when the man, hey, if back in the day, you just a man just gave until he fell out, till he passed out. He didn't sit at home very long because his family depended on him. Now we're in the era of which we are getting smarter, but which has a side effect also is that, hey, mental health is a thing. Look at your own well being. Do self care. Make sure you taken care of. You know what I mean? Don't do nothing you don't want to do. Every problem is not your problem. You don't have to change the world. It's okay not to be in okay. You understand me? You don't have to be ashamed of being married. You ain't got to have kids if you don't want them. You don't have to get married if you don't want to. And so now with the advent of the internet and YouTube, everybody getting this information. And so again, now, okay, well, but truth be told, a lot of, I don't say most women, but women, they are becoming more selfish now, more self-centered now. I don't feel like I have to nurture a man. I don't feel like nurturing kids. I want to get in my paper, and I can do what I want to do. I want that freedom. If I want to pack up and go, if I want to leave Memphis and move to Spain if I want to, there's nobody with me, I can do that. I can quit a job. I can go out there and be homeless in the street. I don't care. It's just me. So unless, again, this war of the sexes is a new, it's always have been, but it's just a new, in my estimation, it's just another problem. So now, two selfish entities, and everybody dug in on their issues, and really there's no compromising in sight. There's no compromising in sight. So again, I've always said, hey man, back these women are like, if you're a man, you think these women are listening to Kevin Samuels and it's changing these individuals' lives, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. Oh, this person here, it saved his marriage. How in the world can you save a marriage? How you save a marriage? If I'm not mistaken, guess what? They married. So is their relationship. So if it's their relationship, why are and oh you say my man? I didn't know my husband wanted cooperation. I didn't know. Well, cooperation. I didn't know my husband liked me being submissive. I didn't know that. Well, okay. Well, how do you keep a job? How do you keep a job? Do you work? Yes. How do you keep that job? Do what you want to do with your manager, or you do what you're told. You do your job. You submit to the job. You respect the job. The same thing you gotta do with your husband if you want to keep him. The same thing. There's nothing rocket scientist is about this. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up, and I'm gonna reiterate my initial point. Characteristics of a modern woman is freedom, self-sufficiency. Freedom and self-sufficiency. I would say equality, but y'all don't, you guys don't really want to do what's equal. They're feminism. Feminism. I'm going on a tangent now, but you talk about feminism. Well, feminism means equal treatment of women. So, I remember back in the day, I think when I was going to church or whatever, with my grandmother, I used to talk to young ladies like they were my partners. And my aunt said, Brother Ray, you don't know how to talk to women, do you? You don't know how to talk to women. I'm like, they friends. I mean, I'm not finna, I'm not having sex with them. I'm not doing nothing with them, so they partners to me. That's all I like to do, my partners. But y'all don't want to treat these women equal. Because they're not equal, they're different. Well, treat them equal. Pound, talk to them, don't ignore them, whatever the case may be, just like you do your partners. But I'm going to say this, man, women are feminists. The feminist movement is not for women to be treated equal. The feminist movement is really for women to be treated special. Not equal, but special. Because let's face it, women have what they have because of men. You got 10 women and you got 5 men. You walking down the street, well, one is an army. 10 guys is a small army. 10 women a lunch. That's lunch there. So with that being said, you know what I mean, brothers, stop being bitter about the modern woman, because traditionally men have created it. The traditional men have created the modern woman, and traditional rhetoric has created the modern man, which in hindsight created the modern woman. So if you're mad, be mad at yourself. No, I'm saying be mad at yourself. Be mad at your forefathers. But ain't nobody gonna say that, because you to blame women for your own problems. All right, thank you. I'm rambling enough. Thanks for y'all time. Talk to y'all later.